Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Thursday, the 24th of April 2025. So US stocks climbed amid some trade-related optimism and President Trump's softer tone on Powell. Amazing how things change, isn't it, in a heartbeat? Stocks rally on trade hopes and Trump having no plans to fire Powell. That recurring theme there. Economic news today, not a lot to shout about there, just some normal run-of-the-mill economic news. German business climate, unemployment claims, that's the US weekly one at 130, core durable goods orders and durable goods orders month on month, and existing home sales as well. There is more news, we'll get to that in just a moment, but let's kick off and have a look at the markets and start off with the Dow. So an interesting picture in the Dow, the market trading through the 40,000 psychological level but not holding, and overnight prices looking a bit weak there as they move lower. So again, that 40,000 level is taking some getting through and staying through. In the 30-minute chart, you can see there the rally up yesterday, but as soon as an hour after the cash market was open, the market then giving back all of those gains, and also Wallace speaking yesterday as well. So a bit of weakness around for the Dow. Let's have a look at the DAX. So in the DAX, we managed to take out the 21,524, and also through the 50 EMA yesterday, which we spoke of. A bit of selling around there with it, though, with the market a narrower range than the previous day, but more volume, which indicates some selling pressure. Not a problem, though. I have no doubts that we're going back to the all-time highs now, and I'll show you why in just a second. In the 30-minute yesterday, it was just choppy. It was in the right direction, but a choppy session there. And overnight, the market's still above the DP, which they need to be, and the close. It's just a matter of taking out the high. And in the S&P 500, this too moving high yesterday, although coming off the highs. You can see that we've traded up to 89% from the high to there. Market finding a bit of weakness. So as long as it stays above the 20-bar moving average and the 5MA, everything will be fine there. Continue to move back up. Yesterday, the paper market's moving up nicely, but then the cash market having a different view, bringing the market down. We're coming off the low area for the S&P at the moment. So again, I would expect this to find a bit of an up move during today. The UK FT100, again, selling around on this market. Again, notice the volume is higher than the previous day's volume, but the range is narrower. As long as it stays above the 200 MA, it will be fine. And the 30-minute chart there was up and then back down, and it didn't sell for as much as the Dow or the S&P, so the market sideways to higher there once more. So we get a bit of a bounce in the US dollar. It's a big bounce, actually. That is nearly 2 whole points, if not more. So encouraging for those who are dollar fans. Trump isn't. He wants it lower, but I think it's moved lower enough as it is at the moment. Maybe we're just starting to see a repeat of this, where the market gapped lower and has had a bit of a bounce and then continue to move in this direction. But things have changed on the trade front, haven't they? Which, again, I'm going to come to in just a moment. But let's have a look at the metals from yesterday. So kicking off with silver, market was allowed to move up yesterday, down slightly overnight, at the moment sideways to lower. Let's have a look at the 30-minute chart. For some reason, it decided to take off after hitting the 200 MA in the 30-minute chart. Prices are sideways. Are we going to see the move to the upside? Well, there's every chance, and I spoke about this yesterday, about the unbelievable sight of the gold-silver ratio. I was going to say the Dow gold-silver ratio. Yeah, the gold-silver ratio moving higher up to 107 and then moving lower overnight. I'll show you that in just a second. During yesterday's trading session, and a bit of a bounce overnight. But meanwhile, in gold, holding its ground really well yesterday. I expected to get a bigger pullback in this, to be honest with you, but it has dropped nearly $200. It's now finding the market in a bit of support and moving sideways. And there you can see the opportunity was taken to actually buy back into this in the market, bouncing back. So it's all good news for silver as well, with gold now moving higher. So let's have a look at the gold-silver ratio. So yesterday, I was just like I've never seen the market go up so high since 2020. I've never seen a day like the drop in the gold-silver ratio either. Now, gold was moving lower yesterday, and we saw obviously silver starting to move higher, but it was just unbelievable how this the price is. The price is the interesting bit, because it's I can find the right chart. Yeah, so if we go back to silver, amazing that it was able just to move only $1 or whatever. It's just bonkers. I've never seen anything like it. And now we've got the gold-silver ratio that's dropped like 3 or 4 points, and we've moved the dollar in the silver price. It's just nuts. Should be flying to the upside. And now we're getting a reversal on this, because gold stopped falling and silver is sideways to lower in Asia at the moment. So an interesting picture, but we're down below the 100 gold-silver ratio now as well, so maybe it will stay below that. Could do with coming back all the way down to 90. It might give it a chance of actually moving higher and breaking through that 35 level. We'll just have to wait and see. But let's have a look at the trades for yesterday. And as I warned yesterday, we had the flash news. You can see all of that news in the vertical lines there. The red ones are high impact and the yellow ones are medium impact. So prices were sideways before the cash market opened. Then we saw a drop down to the high of the previous day, which is where the markets want to find support and move higher, which is exactly what they did. As you can see, it took a long time though in that sideways move. So the high once again supporting prices. But then we move into the afternoon, and this is where it really got interesting, because if we go to here, you'll see the White House made an announcement, considers slashing tariffs to de-escalate trade war, and this was the tweet that came out as a result of the price action I'm going to show you now. So the market was sitting there fine, and then all of a sudden that tweet or announcement came out and sent the markets moving up to 200 plus points. We just go through this slowly. We just move this. It was an interesting one, because I don't know whether the market actually believed this to be true or not, because a few weeks ago we had a rumour that prices or tariffs were going to be less, and then the market went up and then it wasn't. But this one was actually confirmed. So you can see there up 239 points at one point, before prices then reversed and came down. So as soon as it started to drop, it was a case of get out quickly, just in case it's a rumour, and you'll see prices there start to drop very, very quickly. So yeah, that was just the rumour, the tweet, and obviously that one was proven. But look, the market didn't do a great deal after. It did move back 100 points, didn't do much, moved 100 points, and then found support, and then there's another spike down. So what's going to happen with these tariffs? Well, I've said all along, if you go back and have a look, it's all nonsense, and I can't see it happening. I can't see it happening when we get to the 90 days, because they wouldn't keep delaying it, they wouldn't keep changing their minds. It's a fool's game, and that's exactly how it's playing out. It's just hell-bent on destroying the global economy, I think. But into the evening, the market just sideways there, in a decent range. But let's have a look at what the market's doing overnight. And there you can see we're at the close of yesterday at the moment, and if we drag this down, we're not far off the high, so expect a new high to be made this morning. There's no reason why, because everything's fine and dandy in the world, isn't it? It's going to take a lot to send this market down. You see these things always, this is going to happen at the end of the month, there's going to be a crash. There isn't going to be a crash. There's money sitting on the sidelines by the Fed to save everything. So again, it's that classic thing. Until they can't, and say enough is enough. But at the moment, there's no way this is going to crash and fall apart and all the rest of it. So, and that's why he's reined in on the tariffs, because he knows it will crash the system because of the trade war. And we get further into it. So no, it's not happening. It's the status quo is going to return, and you're going to see all-time highs back in the markets. And why not? There's no worries anymore, is there? If they take the trade tariffs away, then there's nothing to be concerned about. So we're starting to see cracks appear in this, and he's going to acquiesce on all of it by the time we get to July. Right, that's it for this one. Let's see what happens during today, whether silver can maintain its hold and continue to move to the upside. If not, then tomorrow is Smackdown Friday, so we'll see what happens there. Right, that's it for this one. Have a great day, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.